Hey, what is up internet? Welcome back to the channel. So Dell recently launched its 2020 XPS lineup here in India, and it's kind of the top of the notch when it comes to Windows laptop, right? But not everyone has that kind of money, and I think it actually starts at 1.5 lakhs. So instead of that, what you can pick is actually the Dell Inspiron 7000 series. Now this here is the Dell Inspiron 7591. I recently unboxed this laptop and you guys were very supportive of that video. So I'll leave a link if you want to check that video out before this review. But yes, this laptop actually has a lot of power inside it, but it comes at almost half the price of Dell XPS. Now fun fact, just after I bought this laptop, Dell actually introduced an upgrade to this with 10th gen Intel CPUs. Yeah, but everything I tell you about in this video will be based on my experience using the Dell Inspiron 7591. But even if you are looking to buy the 7501, which is the upgrade model, stick around because a lot of the things like the keyboard, the screen and other things as well are very similar. So let's get started. Now the Dell Inspiron 7000 series is actually made of magnesium alloy and not just aluminium. So इससे क्या होता है, this laptop is not that heavy. I think it actually weighs around 1.84 kgs depending on the variant you get. It's actually not that thick as well, and I like the fact that you can just open it up with one hand. I appreciate that Dell. Now I don't really like this silver color, and I'm actually not one of those guys who would like silver colored laptops, but I have to be honest, it has grown on me. Although जो मुझे एक चीज़ अच्छी नहीं लगी और मैंने अपनी unboxing video पे भी mention किया था, these plastic white bezels could have easily been black, and जो white से look आती है, it's very cheap in my opinion. One thing that Dell actually did very well is the display. Now this is a 15.6 inch full HD display which is LED backlit, and I really like this display. So the color accuracy is 72% NTSC or almost 100% sRGB, which is great for this price, and also the brightness sits at 300 nits, which is not a lot, but the anti-glare coating kind of makes up for it if you plan to use this laptop outdoors. Now coming back to the build quality, now you will not get the durability you get in the Dell XPS lineup with that carbon fiber body, but I would say for this price, I was pretty happy with the durability, and I would not be bothered by just throwing this laptop in my backpack. Now the port situation on this laptop is pretty solid as well. So we get 3 USB 3.1 ports and also a USB Type-C Thunderbolt 3 port, which also supports charging, by the way. And we also get a full-size HDMI port as well as a micro SD card slot, a headphone jack and the charging port, of course. Now मेरे हिसाब से Dell could have given a full-size SD card slot because content creators like me would have liked a full-size SD card, because हम usually अपने cameras और जगह से SD card से बहुत सारी photos और videos transfer करते हैं. But that's that. Now let's talk about this keyboard now, because I really like, and it's I think my favorite part of this laptop. Now as soon as you start typing on this keyboard, you would notice how silent it is despite having a fair bit of travel. Now you do get a dedicated numpad as well, and even with that, the keys are not cranky and it will take no time for you to get used to typing on this keyboard. Now एक चीज़ जो मुझे ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं लगी वो थी इसकी कीबोर्ड की बैकलाइट. Now because कीबोर्ड की बैकलाइट वाइट है और कीबोर्ड की की सिल्वर है, it kind of makes the whole typing experience useless if you have this backlight on in daylight. But if you're working in slightly low lighting situation or in darker environments, I think the backlight will help and it's not that big of a deal. Now I really like the trackpad as well. It is made out of glass. Now again, it is not as big as the Dell XPS or MacBook, but it is fairly responsive and it also supports Windows precision. And the buttons here again are silent, but they are clicky as well. Now, if I was on the go and I forgot my mouse, I could not easily, but I could edit a YouTube video with this trackpad only. So if you're enjoying this video till here guys, I would really appreciate if you can subscribe to TQnet so that you get such videos in your YouTube feed in future as well. Now inside this chassis, there is a lot of power. Again, I would want to repeat myself. We often forget that these ultrabooks are beautiful and aesthetically very pleasing, right? But they are very powerful as well, and this laptop is one of them. Now we have a 6-core 45-watt Intel i7-9750H CPU inside. Now this particular variant comes with 16 GBs of RAM, but you can actually expand it to 32 GBs. And I also got this one with M.2 512 GB SSD. Again, you also get an extra slot for the SSD and also for a 2.5-inch STD, which is great for expandability. Now, NVIDIA GTX 1050 is also here with 3 GB RAM, DDR5. And overall, if I have to define the performance of this laptop, well, it's a beast. Now, handling tasks like day-to-day activities like web surfing, watching YouTube videos, well, it's a piece of cake for this laptop. You have a lot of Chrome tabs open, no problem. You have a lot of maps open and you want to multitask between them, no problem. You want to do some 1080p video editing on Premiere Pro at max settings, no problem. You want to game, well, let's talk about it. Now, मैंने इस लैपटॉप पे काफ़ी गेम्स खेली, ऑल्दो मैं इतना बड़ा गेमर नहीं हूँ, बट आई हैव रियलाइज दिस गाइज कि मैं एक्चुअली में काफ़ी अच्छी गेम करता हूँ एंड मे बी मैं इसी के लिए पैदा हुआ हूँ. आई थिंक आई शुड स्टार्ट अ स्ट्रीमिंग चैनल, नो? So don't get me wrong, this laptop is good for gaming. You can actually play some AAA titles as well. In fact, I played PUBG Lite on 100 settings and also Call of Duty Warzone and 70% settings, and I could easily get upwards of 60 frames per second. But don't buy this laptop only for gaming. Why, you may ask? Because ये बहुत ज़्यादा heat होता है. Now, of course, the CPU would instantly spike to 100 degrees, but even the surface temperatures just above the keyboard would hit somewhere around 45 degrees Celsius, which I think is a lot even if you're gaming on a gaming laptop. Now, this means at some point of time, you would face some thermal throttling, which is not great. Now, I also run a couple of benchmarks, although I'm not a big fan of benchmarks, but I got a respectable score on Cinebench. And even while running these benchmarks, surface temperature was kind of good, around 39 degrees, and that's way more acceptable than 45 degrees Celsius while I was gaming. So look guys, I actually bought this laptop primarily for my video editing needs and some Photoshop or other content related stuff, and this laptop impressed me in that section. So if you are like me, who is just getting into content creation or who's just into 1080p video editing, I would not say 4K because that takes the performance a little bit of a hit. But if you are someone like that, this laptop is a steal deal for you. Now, powering this laptop is actually a 3-cell 56 watt-hour battery, which I think is not a lot, but it is decent for the price. So how would I translate it to the actual battery life? Well, I easily got around 6 hours in a straight go if I'm working like surfing the net or watching a couple of YouTube videos. But as soon as you throw some heavy tasks like Premiere Pro, or if you are gaming on this laptop, the battery life takes a hit and it can go as low as 2 to 3 hours. But again, you would not game or edit videos on this laptop while you are on the go. But if you have to, just remember that the battery life is kind of average at best. Now, I usually don't talk a lot about software when I'm reviewing a laptop because it's with Windows laptop, it's almost the same, right? But one thing I would particularly point out with this laptop is there is an app called Dell Mobile Connect app. And if you have been a Mac user, you would see that there is a feature called AirDrop where you can get access to your phone file, photos, and you can take calls right from your laptop. Well, Dell Mobile Connect app allows you to do so everything like that. You can take calls, you can take messages, you can reply to messages, everything with an Android device as well as iOS device on this laptop. And I really like that feature and I have been using it. And I think if I shift to a Windows laptop apart from Dell, that is one feature I will miss a lot. Now, there are a couple of major downsides of this laptop as well. Now, first is the webcam. Now, this is a VGA webcam that can only shoot at 720p maximum, and I would have really wished अगर Dell ने थोड़ा सा better webcam include किया होता, because now that we are working from home and we have to take a lot of calls, a better webcam would have appreciated. And it's sad to see that even the 7501 model, जो इसका upgraded model है, उसमें भी same webcam है. Now the second thing I really disliked about this laptop is the speaker output. Now you get two speakers, one here, and the speaker output, guys, is average. Now the sound quality and the audio output is not that bad, but they are not loud at all. So if you're planning to use this laptop to watch a lot of movies or YouTube videos, you are better off with some external speakers or your favorite pair of headphones. So yes guys, this right here were my thoughts about this Dell Inspiron 7591. So the upgraded model, that is a 7501, comes with a much better GPU. It is slightly aesthetically better because it has that hinge that lifts up the base a little bit, and also it comes with Intel's 10th generation CPU. Now, would I recommend this laptop for a price of rupees 1 lakh here in India, or if you are planning to buy it second hand from somewhere? Well, it depends. Now, if you are planning to buy a laptop at this price only for gaming, I would actually recommend Asus Zephyrus G14, which comes with Ryzen 4000 CPUs from AMD. That's a great laptop if you're only buying a laptop for gaming. But if you're someone like me, as I said, who's just entering into the content creation world and who does a lot of 1080p video editing and some casual gaming, the Dell Inspiron 7591 is a great laptop for rupees 1 lakh here in India. So yes, if you like this video, go smash that like button and also share it with your friends who are looking to buy this Dell Inspiron 7000 series for them. And also it will be really great if you can subscribe to TQnet and especially hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload these videos in future as well. So again, for you it's just tapping a button, and for me it means a lot, so I would really appreciate that. So yes guys, till then, keep asking, and yes, like, just let me know if I forgot anything and comment down below. I would be happy to answer all of your questions there. So yes, keep asking and I will see you in the next one.
Oh my god, I need to celebrate. मेरा पहला किल है ये.